Get ready for a spell of a time. I'm the Flannel Fox Tim Swernick, and I reviewed Wizard of Legend on the Nintendo Switch. Beginning in a museum touring the wizarding greats of the past, those who undertook the Chaos Trials, you're magically sucked into another world, where you are a wizard competing to become a Wizard of Legend. When first jumping into the Chaos Trials, be prepared to get obliterated time and time again. As Wizard of Legend is a roguelike, keeping with the tropes of the genre, it is incredibly difficult. Furthermore, the learning curve is especially steep. The tutorial section of the game lightly walks you through some basic moves, a dash, basic attack, normal spells, and a heavy spell that you can access in battle once it is charged. However, using your spells on practice dummies is nothing like casting them in the throes of battle, and the systems take quite some time to get a solid hang of. Each level of the Chaos Trial is a different dungeon that you must crawl through, defeating foes and leveling up, separating them into elemental groups of 3, fire, ice, and earth, with each element having 2 levels to complete before that element's boss. The dungeons are procedurally generated, so each round you aren't sure what will be lurking around the next corner. Either a horde of deadly enemies just waiting to drain your health, a pinata challenge that could possibly reward you with a brand new arcana spell, or a cage match where you accidentally dash your way into a fire pit. Before jumping into each new playthrough, you choose which spells you will equip, along with a relic that will give you one unique ability. As the Wizard of Legend has a ton of spells and relics, playing through to try and find the perfect combination that works with your playstyle is a load of fun. Playing through each round earns you gems, which you can use to buy new spells and relics permanently, so they can be chosen as one of your 4 Arcana starters in the beginning of each round. Arcana spells can vary from shooting cascading obsidian arrows, plowing through the enemies with a huge sword of fire, or using wind to launch your enemy into the air and smash them to the ground. From ranged weapons to close quarters combat and traps that you can set, all of the spells given to choose from can cater to the way that you prefer to play. Personally, I have been beginning with a spell that adds fire to my dash, a lightning spear that stuns my enemies, and Diablo-style chakram snowflakes that spiral around me, causing damage as they do. No matter the spells that you choose, they have to work well with your basic attacks, as this will allow you to chain your attacks together, which is how you deal large amounts of damage in Wizard of Legend. Not truly understanding until my first boss fight, if you rely only on your spells, then you will get your butt burnt and handed to you. However, if you wait for that right moment for your opponent to drop their guard, stun them from afar, fire dash through them, flurry basic attacks, spear them, and flurry again, you'll see that end goal coming a bit closer. As you play through, you find or buy new spells that are unique to whatever you come across in that run, which greatly increases your chances of success. Starting with 4 of your possible 6 spells gives you some wiggle room to test new attacks and wean out the spells that you don't find as useful. The same goes for relics. As you begin with 1, you acquire more along your journey, which changes your odds a bit better or a bit worse. Some relics can simply increase your lightning damage, while other more complex relics will increase all damage dealt but lower your defense greatly. Or one of my particular favorites will give you a tiny increase in health with almost every gem that you find. Playing handheld most of the time, I experienced a decent amount of frame rate issues, although they haven't hindered my gameplay experience overall. Wizard of Legend is a very good roguelike with enough spells and relics to keep you mixing and matching until you find that perfect combination. The overall feel of the game plays very well and is worth the steep learning curve to get you into your groove and bite into the real meat of the game. When dungeon crawling, even if you beat the boss of the level first thing, you still want to search the rest of the dungeon for possible upgrades to make you stronger overall. Which is risky because you can die so easily, but that's the gamble that you take. While I like this game a lot, it is a difficult roguelike, and if that does not sound appealing to you, then I would give this one a spell no. However, if you're like me and can stand dying over and over until not only your character levels up, but you as the player levels up, then strap on your wizarding cloak and get ready for some magic. That's why I'm giving Wizard of Legend on the Nintendo Switch an 8 out of 10. If you enjoyed this video game review, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video and leave comments on what you liked and didn't like. Check my written reviews on Metacritic and say hi to me on Twitter and follow me at TheFlannelFox. The more subscribers and followers I get, the more codes I get, which means I make more videos. Thanks for watching as always, and see you next time, Switchers.